Do you remember the last time that you really laughed? Do you remember who you were with and what you were doing? Hey, this is Tracy with Tracy Talks. Welcome. Can you do me a favor? Can you hit the subscribe button? It really helps me out. And while you're at it, can you share with a friend? Thanks. There's a lot of things in life that are really pretty tough at times. They're hard situations, they're hard circumstances, and sometimes there's no easy way through these moments in life. But I have found that one thing that really helps me through is laughing, having fun. It really seems like such a simple, easy thing to do. And there's times where it's really not. It's not always easy to laugh with people. Lately, I've been on this exploration of asking people, do you guys laugh together? Like when you're together with your partner, do you laugh? When do you have fun? And it's surprising that I'm getting responses back from people. It's like, well, we don't really laugh much anymore. I find that interesting, and I also find it sad. Because laughing and having fun doesn't necessarily take money. It doesn't take a big, expensive event or trip, and it doesn't require a lot. It's free to laugh. It's free to have fun. So why aren't we all doing it more? Why are we not allowing ourselves this wonderful gift? Laughing is this thing that really can change your mood. It changes how you feel. It changes how you feel in your body. It changes everything about you. And how come we are not letting ourselves laugh and have fun and put the walls down? Like, when did you stop laughing? And you can look at this from your individual perspective. Do you remember the last time that you had a belly laugh? Remember when we were kids and we would just laugh over the silliest things and get the hiccups and just do ridiculous things? Or when you look at this through your relationship and say you've been with somebody for 30 years, what do you laugh about? When is the last time that you did laugh with your partner? And were you laughing at each other's expense? Or were you laughing together at the same things? And I've even witnessed people around me, couples around me, at holiday gatherings and at large family events. There are always these few couples that the only laughter revolves around making fun of the other person or pointing out something that's probably hurtful, and yet the one person will laugh at it and make fun of their partner. And it's like, how can we reconnect and have this authentic laughter without making fun of our partner? I've said this many times, but I'm going to say it again. I've reached this point in my life where I will no longer make concessions about relationships. If I can't laugh with you, if I can't have fun with you, I don't know that there's really any point for us to hang out. Having fun and laughing and being joyful and trying to find a way to live in this really intense world, but do it while finding joy and finding something positive. And sometimes I associate my laughter and this free spirit with looking at the positive of things. I can also make fun of myself. I can laugh at my quirks and that those behaviors that not everybody understands, and I laugh at them. I make fun of them. And when you enter into a room or a party or a social gathering, What type of environment do you want to walk into? Do you want to walk into one that's serious, that everybody's sad and heavy and nobody's having fun? Or do you want to walk into an environment where people are laughing? They're finding joy in the simplest of things in life. They're finding a way to have fun. Like, which environment do you want to walk into? And I'm thinking some people have really forgot how to have fun and how to laugh. And I'm bringing this back around to the relationship theme that I've kind of been cycling through. And how are you in your relationship? This person that you have vowed to spend your life with, and yet you can't have any fun, or you don't have fun. It's a choice. And you nitpick and you focus in on every little thing that irritates you about this person. And when did you stop having fun? Or did you ever have fun? And I go back and I review my own relationships, these long-term relationships that were pivotal for me in my self-discovery process. Because if I look at all my relationships, I can pinpoint and identify what were some of my key learning concepts. Like what was that relationship about and what was it trying to teach me? There's a few of them where laughter was just a significant part of the relationship, having fun, being playful. There was playful discussions and animated topics that would get one or both of us in a different mood. And when you have a relationship like that with a person, it helped me raise the bar of my expectation. I didn't know that I could have so much fun with somebody and that it wasn't always this big drama playing out. There are people out there that we can naturally have fun with. So why would I want to be with somebody who isn't fun? I just need to find another person who is fun, who I do laugh with. But I look around sometimes and I'm again saddened and disheartened that so many of us aren't having fun. Like we come home every night, we get frustrated with our partner about the evening and how it's going to flow and who's going to do what and all of this BS. And then we wake up and we do it again. And it's like the movie Groundhog Day where, you go through this again, but even in the movie, and I know it's a movie, he begins to learn and change patterns based on his results. And some of us aren't doing that. We're not realizing that we're stuck in this loop. We're not realizing that if we just make a few modifications or changes, that maybe then the outcome will shift and change. But I do realize that there is a second part to that. If we're with a partner who refuses to change, then what do you do? Do you just stay in the relationship that is heavy and is burdensome? Or do you realize that life is short and I need to laugh more? I need to have fun more, that I'm healthier when I am laughing and when I'm having fun? And is there a way that I can get there with my partner? Or do I need to make some major changes in my life? I also think there's a misconception that, there's just some people that are happier and it's easy for them to be happy. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I know some people who have been through extraordinary circumstances and laugh and find reasons to laugh and look for opportunities to have fun, to lighten the environment, to lighten the situation, and choose to be happy. So when you see somebody laughing, don't just automatically assume that they're just a happier person, that they make a choice to wake up and to find positive things in life to enjoy, to appreciate. And that's all on each of us. Sometimes I see people and they're like, well, I'm in a bad mood because I've been married to a horrible person for 40 years. No, you don't get to blame your sour mood on your partner. That each of us are responsible for how we show up in the world. It's our responsibility to show up different if we want, that we can't blame it on somebody else. It's not always easy, but it's a choice. Can you honestly identify the last time that you had a big, huge laugh? And can you identify the last time that you had a big, huge laugh with your partner? Can you identify the last time you had fun and laughter at your job? Can you identify, can you look at your life and draw some conclusion as to what do you really enjoy and what don't you enjoy? Who do you enjoy being around? Who do you not enjoy being around? Like, if you're not having fun with your friends, then why are you still getting together with your friends? If you're not having fun with your spouse, how can you sit them down and say, I want to have more fun? How can we have more fun? And if they aren't up for that, then that becomes an opportunity for you to evaluate, where do you want your life to go? There are times where I can have a conversation with one of my sisters, and we were 3 years apart. And there was just experiences that we experienced together growing up. And for the most part, we see these experiences in a similar way. And we laugh about them, but some of them were kind of traumatic experiences. Like, we were out in a storm. It was either, we thought maybe it was a tornado at that point, but it was probably just straight line winds. Who knows? Anyway, it was traumatic. We were in a truck and it was dark and we survived, but it literally changed how we respond with stormy weather now. Like, whenever there's a storm, we go back to that moment where we thought we were going to die, and we make decisions based on that. And the two of us have this trauma bond for, that's a good way to say it, but we laugh about it now because it's so ridiculous that this situation happened. And what else are we supposed to do? We can either laugh about it or we can cry about it. So we choose to laugh about it. And her and I can get into this spot where we can easily laugh when we go back to those moments in our childhood and we talk about them, when we reminisce about them. And then sometimes I see how she interacts and responds to her spouse. And it's a very different relationship. She doesn't as easily go into that playful, innocent side of herself. That it's a more serious and structured and reserved space. And I see it and I notice it because I have seen her when she's not got the walls up and she doesn't have the moat around her. I've seen her in this more open and expansive state of mind. And I'm just bringing this up to maybe get each of you to really think about, how do I show up? And am I showing up in different ways to different people? Because it's easy to get stuck in this mindset that, my partner is putting so much stress and strain on me that I do put the walls up and I do keep them out and I don't laugh as much and I don't have fun. But where are you showing up and how are you showing up? Just as this thing to think about, how can we just have more fun? And how can we walk through life expecting to have fun, looking for joy, looking for happiness? And how can we just start following the things in our life that make us feel happy, that help us laugh, where we want to have fun? Doesn't that sound like a good path to be on? Instead of following your heart, follow the joy, the laughter, and assume that that is leading you to the place that you want to go. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.